Alrighty, man, your Friday night feature, Sharp Customs. We are rolling. Wasn't sure if I was going to do a video tonight, and then I just kind of threw some stuff around the garage, and I was like, you know what, we'll do a video, man. We're gonna pop. As you can see, I got the salmon here smoking. Now it's another 34 coupe, you know, the flat panels. I just kind of hang them there over the wood stove. Helps them dry like really fast. You know, summertime I could put all my panels after, you know, when I did the layups, I'd just carry them outside and set them in the sun, and it was like, you know, 10-15 minutes later. So, you know, it's still semi-winter. Actually, it's raining out right now. It's pretty mild. The wood stove is cooking. Yeah, it's hot. It is hot over in my little workspace corner here. But I say we pop some molds. I'm gonna save the best for last, obviously. And you've seen me pop, oh, I don't know, 100 or so molds. But these are fresh. This is fresh. This is the last piece I just did, probably about 2 hours ago. It's still a little green, but I say, you know, why not? Well, I think it's, you know, I trimmed it. It felt pretty good. If not, I can pop it back in the mold so it stays straight and whatnot. But so I did the fender section. As you can see, I did a couple of these. I got my 2 side panels, I got my roof, I got my trunk deck. I still have to create, got a couple more pieces for the full kit. I got a firewall, and I think just the grill shroud. I have a hood for this kit, you know, for the package. If it goes, it goes. This is number 4. I want to keep pumping these things out because as soon as I'm done with this one, probably tomorrow, I'm going to take my one-piece molds, which you've already seen me, you know, reveal a cab from. These are the panel molds. You have to, you know, kind of dick around with them, and you got to trim them and fit them all together and then glass them. But they're nice to ship because they're flat. Like I can get a, you know, like a 43, 18, 12-inch cardboard box for shipping, which is, you know, if you get the cab all assembled, it's a lot bigger. And yeah, I mean, I'll ship them that way. I don't care. But you know, I just the flat panels, if people are capable of doing a little bit of glass work, it's cheaper for me to ship, it's cheaper for them, you know, kind of all around. But let's, yeah, these ones, I already popped these ones. These are those little side skirts. I'm just going to pull them out so you can see what the mold itself looks like. They're pretty cool. They need trimmed up. You know, they need sliced all the way around, down to about 1/8 of an inch, roughly. I just, I like it. So when I pull these ones out, I had this issue with them. Basically, if you look at that, I had issues with them doing that. See that? Warping. Like that. So now when I pull them out of here, and I don't do 2 layers of the 6 ounce, they're pretty light. I do the veil, the angel hair, and then I do 1 layer of the 6 ounce, and then I kind of trim them, and then I lay them out flat on the table, and I put weight on them and let them sit for a few hours to cure. And that one's nice and straight. Just because I had an issue with them, you know, warping. And if they're warped, they're not really that great. Yep, see that one? That one's straight. I like that. I like that. So taking them out of the mold while they're still semi-wet is what I'm going to say. I'm putting a weight on them just to hold them flat. Seems to work, but that's good. That's good. I'm gonna just set these aside. Yeah, this is a big piece. I put, what I put? I did 2 rounds of, I did a round of 6 ounces of material, polyester resin, and then I did, and that was for the veil, and then I did 2 rounds of 8 ounces of polyester for the 6-ounce chop, and then I came back for a 3rd run with another 6 ounces of polyester resin. I like to go around the whole perimeter to thicken up the edge. Hopefully this, hopefully it pops. It's been so long since I did one of these, I don't even know where to start. They usually, yeah, see, I think I've only done one of these. Yeah, I think I've only done one of these lowers. We didn't want to make this video too long. I always say that, don't I? We didn't want to make it, we got some other stuff to talk about, but yeah, the last one I did, I actually brought the fiberglass right up and over the edge. Now this gets trimmed back. It gets trimmed back. There's a line all the way around, kind of the, I'm going to say circumference of it. And it gets trimmed down to there. I like when that stuff just peels off like that. But I decided I'm not going to come up over, you know, what's the point in coming up over the top? You just got to cut it all off. It's just kind of wasted material. So every time I do these things, oh, there we go. Every time I do these things, I keep, it's not that I'm cutting corners. You know, some people might say, oh, well, you know, you're cutting corners. And it's like, no, I'm not cutting corners, man. I'm cutting back on material. Look at that. Look at that. That's the, that all there boils down to preparation of your mold. You know, the waxing, the PVA, I'm gonna say, is my kind of my lifeline when it comes to these molds. I put in lots of PVA. I put in at least, well, there you go, there's the mold. And not too much. You know, these things, they always need cleaned up. You got to peel all this stuff. You got to peel it all off. And yeah, not too much to clean up on that. That's kind of nice. And here you have it. Here's the part. Here's the part. Right here, that's kind of weird. We'll set the mold over here. That's kind of weird. Look at that. That's all. Look at that. That's all PVA. I could probably do like maybe 5 or 6 coats. We could see, that's what you want. You want to peel this off. Yeah, probably if I did a couple more coats of the PVA, you probably could peel it all off in one big shot. Now this stuff that you see here, it's just the gel coat. There's no fiberglass there because it's not necessary to be there. Look at that. This is the this is my new, it's not new, it's a different gel coat. It's a different gel coat. I'm not going to pick at this too much because, like I said, we wanted to do just a short Friday night. Oh, I can't help myself. We wanted to do just a short Friday night, you know, video of just some stuff, you know. But there you go, you know, there you can see it. That stuff comes off nice. I'm not afraid of the fiberglass. I don't see any, I'm always, when I'm peeling one of these things like this, I'm always looking, you know, I'm looking for the gatoring. Now, what I was saying about this gel coat is, this is a different brand of gel coat, and I had a super hard time with it. I could not get it to spray. It was so thick in the can. When I mixed it up and put it in my, you know, my gel coat gun, my dump gun, it would not spray. It would not spray. I did another part a while back. Might be in a video. I'm not sure. But yeah, it would not spray. I ended up brushing whatever it was I was doing. Maybe it was this. I'm not sure. Whatever it was I was doing, though, I ended up brushing it all on, and it was just such a pain. It took, you know, 10 times longer. This, if I did brush this, it's not actually that bad, because I don't see no, usually if you brush, you get paintbrush strokes and stuff like that, and you end up with gatoring here and there. And I'm not seeing any, from what I see, I don't see any gatoring on this part. And this is a big part. This is a big part. You know, this is, you know, between gel coating it, semi-layup, and when I call it semi-layup, I'm talking about the angel hair, and then I let it dry overnight, and then the next day I can come back in and I can blast away my 2 layers of 6-ounce chop. This looks freaking awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. It looks awesome. Whether I sprayed it or brushed it, I don't know. I've been doing so much. I'm just gonna set it right back in there. Oh, it's upside down. I've been doing so much of this stuff that yeah, I've been doing so much of it, it all just kind of melts. It melts together. It melts together. Maybe we won't do all of these. Maybe I'll just grab one of those. These things are warm, man. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. These will pop quick anyway. I know they will. These have been up there cooking. They've been cooking up there for a while. Oh, look at that. Oh, we got a little, see that? We got a little bendy right there. But I didn't put the double layer there. See how this right here, that edge, it always bubbles. There's not really much I can do about it. It bubbles. I'm more concerned about around that radius right there. You know, that's the important, because this piece here, in most cases, it gets cut out. I don't even put that much fiberglass in there because, you know, like I say, I'm always looking for places where, as you can see, yeah, there's a lot of trimming got to go on this. All this stuff, it's all got to be trimmed off. You know, you think you pull it out of here and it's the finished product. No, it's not like that. And then when I come back and I gotta, you know, do another one, I gotta clean all this crap up. You know, I gotta pull all this extra gel coat off, because, like I say, I don't gel coat over the flanges and stuff. Now, I could probably take these molds and I could cut some of this off. It's not really necessary. Probably save on the gel coat. The gel coat process. But there you go. It is there's the right side. Oh, look at that. Little teeny tiny bit right on this top edge. Let's pull the see if I can get the PVA off. There you go. You can see it. A little bit of gator right there. All the way up to there. And then just a tiny bit up here. Very superficial, you know, because the trunk deck pretty much covers all that. Pretty much covers all that. Let's pop this one. Let's see what the roof one looks like. Oh yeah, we got something cooking in the 3D printer too that you're gonna get to see. That 3D printer, it's a work dog, but it's got it's actually had some time off, believe it or not. This past week, it's had some time. It's had some downtime. Did a little kind of what you would call the routine maintenance on it, you know, grease the rails and stuff like that. Whoa, there we go. This one's being a little... They all come out, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know. A lot of people who do fiberglass work, they'd see me with the screwdriver and go like, dude, what are you doing? You know, get some wedges. Work your wedges in. You know why I'm forceful with this stuff? Because I always know after you build it and you put it together, you've always got to do a little bit of extra work. You know, especially these ones, when you got to glue it together. Well, looks awesome. That's like this, you know, this is extra material right here. Because it gets trimmed, it gets cut right along that line. All the way around. There's another line right there. And that goes right up around. You have to trim that. Right up around that line. And it is so, it's so tricky. It's almost, it's a little delicate. You just got to take your time doing it. You know, number four, as you can see right there, number 4, and there's gonna be lots more of these ones, these coops. You know, whether I you know, push them or I keep them, I like the hot rods. You know, yeah, you wait. I'm gonna have a whole fleet. I'm gonna have a whole fleet of hot rods. I just love them. I love the hot rods. I'm just pulling these things down because I'm getting them away from. I'm gonna get them away from the heat. Sometimes the heat is not good. Let's leave this one. I got something else to show you. We'll leave that one. I'll pop it later. I'm gonna bring the trunk lid. Yeah, they're warm. They're like super warm. That's like this trunk lid. This trunk lid gets cut kind of like that. Gets cut like that. You know, for the back of the cab. You've all seen it in other videos. You know, you've seen me do it. I did a whole video, I believe, on trimming this out, and yeah, let's leave this. We'll leave this because I got something else. Look up there in the rafters. I'm gonna pull down. I think I showed it in some earlier videos. Yeah, I kind of did a mold. I made a mold of a dragster. A pace, is it pace? No, New Air dragster, and I didn't like it, so the first piece that I pulled out of it, which is this one, I trued it all up. Obviously this has gel coat on it, and This is, like I was saying, this is that new gel coat that I just got. That's so damn thick. I can't spray it. This stuff I actually did spray because I thinned it out with some acetone, and I kind of, you know, made it a little too thin, and I added a bit more, and I got it kind of to what I thought was the right consistency. So the idea behind this is I'm gonna make a brand new mold because I messed the other mold up. Not gonna show you that, but yeah. So I'm making a brand new mold. This one is darn near perfect. I got it so square, so straight, and I had an issue though yesterday. This gel coat wouldn't set. It stayed sticky all day. I even juiced it with the hardener. I juiced it with the hardener, and that's why I had it up there on the rafters. Put it up there where all the heat is. You know, trying to get it to dry. I'm gonna leave it for a couple more days because it's still kind of sticky. But yeah, this is just another project, you know, that I'm doing for somebody else. Making them a couple dragster rail bodies. This one's pretty thick in these areas where I put filler. It's probably, you know, probably a good eighth of an inch thick. Now this top piece, after you actually create a part, this top piece gets cut off. This gets trimmed up, roughly a half an inch. And that was another reason I wanted to recreate another mold, is because when I looked down the actual trim line, it was kind of curved. Now, I don't know if it has to be like that or it's supposed to be like that. I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be straight. But this thing, minus the soot and the dirt that's gotten on it, it's, like I say, it's still a bit tacky. But I do use mostly no wax material. Now, like I said, this new gel coat that I got, I have no idea what it is because it doesn't say anything on the can. All it says is white gel coat. That's it. My old can of gel coat, it says white gel coat, unwaxed, brush, roller, spray. This particular can said nothing. So you know, the shit is expensive. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, a gallon of gel coat is gonna run you about 140, 50, 60 bucks. I'm gonna use it, you know, till it's gone. But yeah, this looks pretty good. It'll be interesting to see when I get my 3, 4, 5 layers over top of this and pull it, see if it wrinkles and gators and does some weird crap. But that'll be for a future video. We're gonna move on to the main focus. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because you've seen it. The printer's done. I gotta grab what's in the printer, and then we'll move on. So I printed out these. Oh, it's still warm. It's still warm. So I printed out these. I'll show you. Better to show you. There you go. Looks like a wheel. Looks like a wheel. Let's close that up. It's quiet. Look, I got some more here. I got some more here. Let's go over. Let's go over. Check that out. Check it out. Pan in on that bad boy. I don't really, I've come to a conclusion. I'm not too sure about that tune pipe hanging down the back like that. So I might do something about that. You know, either tuck it up inside there somewhere or put a canister muffler on it. Now everybody knows I didn't like those front wheels. I didn't like those front wheels. Yeah, okay, you can see on that side of the car it's got the inserts. It's got the inserts, okay? I wanted inserts to make the wheels look like they match. Now that one is behind the nut. I made this insert about 2 millimeters thick so that I could kind of heat it. And, you know, because there is a bit of a taper on there. This one on the back, I've done nothing with it. It's snaps in. It's like a spinner. It's like a spinner. I'm going to run it like that. I'm going to run it like that and see if it stays in there. Because it does click in, like I say, see? It does click in pretty cool. Pretty good. I kind of like it. Yep. We just lost one. But yeah, now this is a thicker one. Look at this one. This one's like 5 mil thick. It does snap in. Now it's not behind the nut. You could run it. I'm gonna try and run it like that. But I'm gonna print another thin one down to 2 mil. Now I don't remember which one is which. Or doesn't matter. They're both identical. How about that? Yeah. So for some reason, yeah. See the little shiny bolts. Yeah. On the other side, I blackened them out with the airbrush. Look at that. Now, why does that one? That's weird. Oh, it spins a bit, but it's tighter. It's much tighter. Now I got an extra one. But yeah, there you go. We got the. Let me grab a flashlight. Put the flames on it. I put the flames on it. You actually watched that in the video. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to get it, but it's got. We put some gold flake. We put some gold flake in the clear coat, and the reason I put the gold flake, you're all going to laugh. I also put purple pearl, but you're not going to be able to see that until the sun hits it. But yeah, the reason I put the gold flake in it, I don't know if the camera's getting the gold flake. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I put the gold flake. In the sunlight, this thing is going to pop like crazy. These corners are going to show the, you know, a little bit of purple. And I can tell that it toned the yellow. It darkened the yellow with the purple pearl. The reason I put the mini gold flake was because over where I spray, where we were just looking where I fiberglassed, my air hose was going over the top of where my big spotlight is. And I got thinking about it while I'm moving, you know, the paint gun and stuff and spraying. It's like the hose is moving over that damn piece of wood, and it's knocking dirt and dust all down into my, you know, and yellow shows dirt, dust. So that's why I put that little mini gold flake in it. It was like, well, we'll put the gold flake in it and it'll cover up any of the little itty bitty particles of, you know, of dust. Which, yeah, it did. It doesn't matter, man. You know what? When this thing's mobile and this thing's flying around in a parking lot or a field or wherever, it's going to look freaking awesome. I think it looks, you know, it's subtle. I think it looks awesome. I still got some other little detailed things to do. I want to make some headlights. I'll probably do the distributor and put the plug wires, all the little details. I'm not going to go too crazy with the detail stuff. I might put some acrylic in the front and the back. The sides I'll always leave open just so the motor can, you know, so it can breathe. But I don't go too crazy with the small details because you know me. You've watched what I do with these things. I like to run them and I like to run them hard. And if I put too many little trinkety things on there, most of that crap is just going to fall off when I hit something. So what's the point? I like to keep it simple and, you know, effective. Let's just put it that way. But there you go, man. You get your Friday night short special, and you know, you kind of got to see. Oh, did you notice that this space is empty? This space is empty. We had a vehicle in here that was driving the camera girl nuts. It was like an electrical something nightmare. I'm not gonna even talk about it because I know, yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna put it behind us and we're just gonna move forward like we always do at Sharp Customs, and you know, we'll move on to the next project.
Another electrical issue.
Another electrical issue. Exactly. That's the next project, is another electrical issue. Needless to say, Sharp Customs, share, like, subscribe. Love you all. Peace.